I assumed that was it, because I've said that for the whole time. That's one of the reasons why we stopped. I can't
You
put.
don't need a plan when there's a line there going there.
I do, and the plumbing inspector needs one, and he has
Okay.
to okay it before we go through the
Okay,
foundation.
So as I know now, the job is stopped
Yeah,
because technicality. And if you people want to do that, that's fine. It's not a moneymaker. We're doing this for nothing.
well, just so you know, every building is different. Where they put the sprinkler heads and systems are all
I'm
different.
not talking about that.
No, you,
We're putting a 6-inch line in the building, period. And rod
nope,
it.
nope, you have to let me speak, Frank, and I'll
Go ahead.
explain it to you. I can actually go to several buildings right out here
I've
and
seen
down
them
here.
before.
They're all different. And if you do put it in the wrong location, and the plumber comes in afterwards, and he has to start using elbows and different things and connections to secure it, it's gonna cost the senior center more money.
It's already got a set price, and the sprinkler guy knows where it's going in. Don't get involved with something that's not your business. Not being rude, inside the
You-
building is not your building.
Well, hold on, Frank. You know,
That's-
listen,
I'm all done, period. End
Okay.
of story. I said my
but
piece.
every time
That's it.
you get a holdup over there, it's always, you come across the street and say it's our fault.
It is.
It-
I
You know,
can't,
we
I can't
can't just,
deny
I
it.
mean, a lot of these things, you can't
Well,
even run the
I
last
think-
10 feet, hold it. If people wanna talk, you gotta raise your hand. Right? The last 10 feet's gotta be run by a plumber, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be, I go within 10, I think it's 12 feet now. When I actually got Rick there, he actually told me that I believe it was 2 years ago, the laws have changed on that. And I can't bring the sprinkler line into the building. I can help him and work with him, yes, but it's actually whoever's doing the sprinkler system has to secure the last joint on the pipe before it goes through the foundation. It needs to be secured in the foundation, or on the foundation. And that's not something I do. So if the hole's open, we stick the pipe in and nobody's there, or if it's done wrong and you gotta take it, dig it back up and do it again, that's what I didn't wanna do. And I had the plumbing inspector there that's supposed to okay it, and he couldn't okay it with no plans, so.
Yeah.
The site plan, which Larry has, which you've seen, had all of the water pipe, the sewer pipes documented on it where they were gonna come through the building. The sprinkler people have a copy of that plan, and they're doing the sprinkler design based on where that's coming in. Frank had the sprinkler people lined up the day they were gonna do all of the digging, so he was gonna be there. Once the hole was drilled, once the pipe was undug, he was going to extend it. He was already there, gonna be there and prepared to do that.
Did Rick know, did the plumbing inspector know that?
Nobody knew. When I got a hold of the plumbing inspector, he hasn't heard or seen of anything. He said no. He said not one person called him.
And again, you know, the site plan has all of this, the water and the sewer marked on it. And that's what we've been building from day one, is that site plan. I mean, that's how we knew where the pipes were gonna get extended down the road, where they were gonna tee off of that pipe to come to the building, where they're gonna go inside the building, is all on that site plan.
So,
I guess,
question, so I'm confused, Larry didn't have a copy of the site plan?
He does that.
Yes, he does.
no. Plumbing plan
Plumbing plan.
for the sprinkler system or the domestic water.
The sprinkler design is in process, but that design is being built based on where that water pipe is coming in the building. So they already know that from the site plan.
But I guess I was trying to figure a way to let you know. I don't know where to explain it to you. I've done so many, so I know, but I'm trying to find a way so that you'll know. The reason why I couldn't do it is because I can't put that pipe through the wall.
Right, but the sprinkler guy was gonna be there that day.
Well, if we had a plan, that's what stopped it. Yeah,
Did
that's,
you know the sprinkler guy was coming?
yeah, Frank told
I
me.
told everybody, yeah.
Told me the guy was
No
cutting it and
secrets.
everything.
No secrets on our end. Now, I got one more thing to say, maybe two more things. I still haven't got an answer. The thing is, everybody, they didn't know where it was going in. Well, the pipe, if they didn't know where it was going in, why would you run pipe here and a pipe there for 100 feet?
I guess I
But
could.
let me finish.
Okay.
And then the next thing I can't get an answer is, I don't know if it's gonna be you or the plumber inspector. Can we run plastic pipe through that foundation?
Yeah, he was there that day and
Yeah,
okayed it.
we don't know because by law, state law, it's supposed to be a kind of this municipal building, it's supposed to be iron pipe or copper. But I get it both ways. You say yes, somebody else says no. I don't wanna cut the pipe off and then say, oh gee, we should've left the pipe on. As we stand here now, can we run plastic into it?
That's gonna be a plumber.
Well,
The
that,
plumbing
no,
inspector.
no, it's something I can do, but that's why I called the plumbing inspector, Frank.
Can we run that?
We can run the plastic.
How about the plastic that,
The
Bud
plastic,
put in already? Can we keep that there?
the sewer line, you mean? Yep, he was there and he told Bud that he can call Rick anytime when he's ready to actually correct it, because I guess when I was there, Rick told Bud that he couldn't have the 6-inch plastic going through, but he said he only needed 4-inch cast iron so he could use the 6-inch plastic that's there as a sleeve, but he still has to dig it up because he's gonna have to do the grease trap outside and have the
Yeah, but no,
cast
that
and.
6-inch plastic sewer, is that all right to leave in? No.
No,
No.
well, he can use it as a
He wants-
sleeve
No, but he
only.
wants cast iron, right?
Yes,
Yeah, because it's a public place. So we gotta put cast iron through the 6-inch, I understand
Yeah.
that. But the water, you're saying now we can run plastic through the foundation?
that's why I
Even though
called
it's a
Rick.
commercial building,
Yeah, he said,
okay?
I'll tell you the reasons, because he told me when I was there, because I wasn't sure either. So some things changed. I'll just kind of see if I can draw a foundation, maybe this will help. You got the sewer line here, let's say this is 2-inch. And these have to be 10 feet apart, sewer and water, which they're more than enough. As far as like the domestic water, this plastic, it can pretty much go anywhere, I can move that quite a bit. I noticed when I went inside, the foundation here is actually, we're coming in probably 4 or 5 feet high, so I can actually drop that down so it's lower to the ground. Now, as far as the sprinkler system, it's pretty much 5 feet up. When Rick got inside and seen it, he said also we're probably gonna have to drop that down, because by the time you build the sprinkler system inside, by the time you put gates on it, elbows on it, backflow device on it, there has to be a air compressor on it so that you don't have water going through the building, so it won't freeze. By the time he builds all that, it could be really high up into the ceiling, so.
We got 9-foot ceiling in it, you know?
Yeah, so that's what also gives us enough room, so I'm actually, how do I say, 14 feet back, so it gives me time to move that a couple of feet to where he needs to go. And same with the plastic, I can move that probably 4 or 5 feet where it needs to go.
What? The what?
In this location, you're probably, what is it over there? You probably have.
They don't have to
From
be
here to
moved.
here, you got actually a 10-foot area where you can actually put the pipe through the wall. So, by me not seeing a plan of where it's gonna go, I can't stick it through there. Besides, it's actually supposed to be the sprinkler guy, you know, but. So that's definitely, you're right, we do have it at this location, it's gonna go in this area, but 2 to 3 feet is critical for how much plumbing he's gonna have to do or not have to do when we put it in the foundation. Does that help?
Yeah, I can certainly see,
Because I will,
understand that, but I don't know having bins in the pipe outside, is that a problem?
we won't need one, that's why we're so many feet out. There's a joint right here where you can actually deflect it quite a bit in that distance. And if I had to, it's sandy over there. If we actually had to dig back to the next joint and move it a little bit, we can make it work right now, that's.
Well, the sprinkler plan is at the state fire marshal's office, you know, waiting to get approved. So it's been
Okay.
designed. We haven't seen it because he doesn't want to give it to us until it's got the state stamp on it.
Okay, and as far as the plastic, he told me that the reason why they're letting us do the plastic now was, years ago, they wouldn't let you run plastic because when you regrouted around a plastic pipe, they found that the grout that they used would put pinhole leaks in the plastic, so that's why they went copper. So now he said there's a Fernco fitting that I can slip over the 2-inch plastic to have it tight, so that's the separation between the cement grout and the plastic pipe, so we can use the
So
plastic pipe.
you can put a Fernco around the plastic, and put cement on the outside of the Fernco.
Yes.
Yeah, and I believe now, I know what you're talking about, I've seen a lot of sprinklers. Usually all you gotta have is about 2 feet. So I think you wanna find out first, there's no point you raising your pipe if you don't have to. If you can keep the same elevation, it'd be a lot easier, because you know what happens with that water pipe, as you know, kink a little bit, that's where you might have a leak. So I mean, you might be all right just where you are, just go straight in, it'll make it easier and better for anything. Just gotta find out how much he needs from that pipe clearance.
Right, because it's, how deep did you say that was, Frank? It's quite a bit. I didn't realize it
That
was
ceiling's a good 9 feet.
9
It's
feet.
more than the average 7-foot ceiling.
So the floor is only probably, you normally what,
Floor's
5,
gonna
6
go top of the
inches?
footings, so
Okay.
we get good night, we get a lot of headroom.
So by looking at it now, it looks like we're gonna have to go down at least a foot, if not a little bit more.
Maybe nothing.
Well,
Because you
it's-
get such headroom.
That's why you need the plan.
We have a plan.
Well, the location, I mean, the
Anyway,
the elevation
all
of
the
the pipe.
confusion, the biggest thing is it could have been all done last week, nice weather. This could end up February.
Well, I just,
Could have been so simple. And also now I gotta find out if the electrician's gotta go through the foundation, I'm not sure if he's coming through the foundation too.
but
That's not your department.
yeah, but you keep saying I'm holding you up, but with no plan and nothing from the plumbing inspector that I
Why
had
didn't you
coming
tell
there,
us
there
when
was.
I had it all, before I scheduled, why didn't you just say, hey, wait, stop? I talked to all of yous.
Yeah, and you told me everything was all set, and I didn't know till I got there that day
All
that there
set
were
with
no
all these-
plans,
All these
Frank.
guys I called,
Huh?
all set with the electrician, the plumber, the sprinkler, but.
But the bottom line, I can't do anything without something
I'm not
stamped
either.
from a plumber,
I'm not-
okay,
I'm not-
from the
I
plumber
wash my hands
inspector.
of it.
Huh?
I'm not doing nothing either. So that's both of us.
Well, no, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get this done, Frank.
Well, somebody's gotta do something. Because winter's here, you know, almost.
Well, I just didn't want to do like, I know Bud's trying to do the best he can to
He's doing a
save
good
money.
job.
And now he has to dig that up and redo that again. I didn't want to do that, Frank.
Dig it once and put the stuff in and that's it. And
Yeah,
so-
that's it.
And that was the idea. That was the idea last Tuesday or 2 Tuesdays ago.
Well,
Regardless, that
As
was
soon
why I
as we
wanted
have
to.
the.
Well,
finished
I just have one clear question. I hear we have a plan, we don't have a plan. We either have a plan or we don't have a plan.
I don't have
There's-
one.
Why not?
I have no.
Have you asked for one?
why you raise your voice? Keep your voice down.
Well,
I can't hear him.
Who's deaf?
I have both. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you should probably ask for one. I mean,
That's what I ended up doing when I got there. I assumed there was one, I really did. When I got there, I was all game to put the thing in, I really was. And I'm hurt right now, I am, it upsets me that I feel like you want to attack me. And all I'm trying to do is my job to the best of my knowledge, and if I don't have this, I can't do anything.
Well, I'm just trying to clarify whether there is a plan or isn't a plan
Is there a
here.
plan?
And that,
They don't have a plan yet.
You
It's
said
not
it,
approved.
Marshall.
We have a site plan. We do not have a sprinkler design plan. So yes, we have site plan, there's site plan, there's sprinkler plan, there's
Are there
all these
elevations on the
different
site plan?
plans. And no, we don't have every single plan that the building is ever gonna need. But we did have a site plan that showed where the pipes were gonna come into the building. We do not have a sprinkler plan that shows how the whole entire sprinkler system is gonna connect to that water pipe that comes through the building.
I would think that would be for the plumbing, once it's gone through the wall. If you have a site plan that shows where it goes to the wall, you bring it through the wall and you worry about
Is there an
the,
elevation on the site plan, what's going through? Or just a
The
I
bottom,
don't know how to read it. I don't know.
bill?
Well, you're not
This
the
is
site
a-
manager.
town
You're
project
not
with
the
a
site
lot of
manager.
good-hearted people that are volunteering. And the senior center, to bring a senior center in at a cost that the taxpayers can afford, have minimized every step of the way that's humanly possible. Westminster just spent $125,000 in engineering. They're gonna have plans this thick. We took the short route. We got an à la carte plan. There's enough on that plan to get the senior center open and have a ribbon cutting. It isn't a detailed plan with pages and pages and pages of stuff. But the point Frank's making, the town was able, very gratefully, we appreciate everything that the water department and the light department is doing on this project. If they're able to bring the pipe all the way over to the building, within 12 feet of the building, why the heck can't we drill a hole in the wall and stick it through? Why do we need a plan to get from here to Bob Columbus? I mean, think about this. How much of a plan do you need to hook up the end of the water pipe and stick it through the foundation?
it's
I'm lost on that.
the code, Frank.
Well, that's Bill. Don't blame me.
Well, you have Bill, sorry, Bill.
I take enough blame.
That's the code, I can't stick it through the foundation. Honestly, I can't.
All right, so what do we gotta do to get the senior center going?
And I mean that, if I could have stuck it through, I'd have done it. And that's why I called the plumbing inspector to see if I could do it. I was trying to do the best I could to get it done that day, I did.